Looking for Madden 22 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the marketplace. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. YouTube, what's up? It's Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and in today's Madden 22 tip video, I'm going to break down one simple offensive tip that is going to improve your game drastically. This is a tip that everybody's going to want to use no matter what playbook you're using, no matter what system you're playing on, current, next gen, whatever. This is very easy, it's very effective, and it'll greatly improve all of your offenses, guaranteed. So without further ado, let's get into the video. As I said, this is not a playbook or even formation specific video. This is something that you're going to want to use regardless. Now, this year's game is very, very, very popular defensively for people to use their zone drops and put their flats or their curl flats back to 30-ish yards. The reason for this is that on this year's game, people love on offense to roll out, throw crossers, and corners that will get over just about any zone drop, so 30 yards is your best chance to defend that. Now, because of that, there's a very, very, very underlooked route in this year's game that is super effective that absolutely destroys any of these types of defenses. So, just for the purpose of this video, I picked the Raiders playbook on offense, but like I said, this could work from anything, and this is actually a hot route, although you can find the route. I'm going to show you guys already in specific plays. Or a close enough route. For instance, you guys can see here, we're going to be talking about a tight end corner route. And there's lots of different types of tight end corner routes on this year's game. So like, if I look at a play like double and sail, and I'm going to just go ahead and put my flat zones on 30, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if you look at double and sail, we're going to move the ball back so we can give ourselves some room to work with. You can see on double and sail, the tight end corner route is rather, it's a rather deep corner route. It breaks pretty far. By the time it hits the sideline, we're a good 30-ish yards downfield, right? That's a pretty deep corner route, and that's the type of corner route, like I said, you'll see from receivers running tight ends even. But, generally speaking, those types of corner routes are what people use to roll out and get behind the 30-yard zone drops. And here, you guys can see this corner route is much different. It's not quite the corner route I'm going to show you guys in a second here. That's what I'm basing this tip off of. But it is a much shorter corner, right? I mean, at the end of its route on the sideline, it's breaking closer to 20 yards. But really, you guys can see the way the break is, it's starting to break downfield before 10 yards even, right? So this is the type of route that's super effective because people are setting their zone drops at 30 yards. It's going to get underneath that zone drop. Also, quicker breaking corners beat man coverage better. And also, they're still deep enough to get underneath like a actual 5 to 10 yard flat, a 5 yard hard flat, a 0 yard, hard flat, whatever. Now, before I get too much further into this tip, I do want to remind you guys, if you are enjoying my Madden 22 content, my YouTube channel, I do tip videos on a daily basis every week. Make sure you subscribe, drop us a like, comment on the video, turn your notifications on. All that great stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator. And if you're really rocking with me, let's try to get 300 likes on this video. Smash that like button, guys. So we're just going to pick any play here to show you guys this tip because, like I said, it's really just a hot route. I'll just pick the play curl flat. And again, remember, our zone drops are set to 30, right, for our flat zones. Now, as you guys can see here, this corner route is another corner that pretty much will break and go about 30 yards downfield, right? So what I want to show you guys is the tight end hot routed corner. This is going to break very similarly to the shorter corner I showed you out of the other play, where it's more ending at about 20 yards, but it breaks very fast. So let's take a look at how this works. Now, obviously, just so you guys know, you will either need the hot route master ability at quarterback or the ability for the tight end to get this extra hot route. So let's just take a look at how it works. As you guys can see, I mean, it is just blatantly open on the sideline. Very, 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 very easy throw right there. So here's the replay, and you guys can see our flat zone are dropping very far back. We're in a 3 deep zone, and he's going to be able to get position on the sideline, right? Easy right now. Honestly here, the guy didn't even get that was dropping into the zone close enough to the sideline to defend it. But still, as you guys can see here, we are underneath the deep zone, wide open on the sideline. Now this is something that'll work against cover 2. Cover 3 doesn't really matter. Right here, we were in the cover 3 look, and this linebacker didn't get good. He didn't get out to the sideline well enough. So let's actually look at this against a cover 2. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have ebooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Remember, our flats are on 30, so regardless of what type of flat zone it is, he's going to play at a 30-yard depth. So you guys are going to see, again, look exactly what I'm saying. The 30-yard zone goes way too far back, so it's wide open. Now, I want to take this a step further, show you guys what I mean. If someone happened to put their flats on 30 and maybe their curl flats on 5 to play a double Mabel, this would still work. So somebody could do something like this. Let's play Samuel Blitz, right? And again, this is going to look at a double Mabel defense. So here, we're going to go ahead and shade down, shade up to get the clouds at 30, and then we're going to put a 5-yard curl flat on each side of the field. This is essentially the double Mabel type defense that still see pretty commonly this year, where you're essentially trying to guard the deep sideline and also the quick flat at the same time. Now, this would do a pretty good job against a deep corner, but if we go ahead and use the hot routed tight end corner, this will get wide open because, as you guys can see, the 30-yard flat zone is just way too deep, and the 5-yard flat zone is way too shallow. This is why I mean this route is so valuable and so underrated, because it's going to beat all the popular zone drop settings. In order to defend this route properly, you probably would have to have your flat zone playing at about, 15, potentially 20 yards. And that's just not really something that anybody wants to do, because that's almost putting your zone in no man's land, right? You're going to eat up in the flats if someone throws an actual flat, and at the same time, if someone throws a deep corner or a deep crosser, which are probably the 2 most common routes on this year's game, you're going to be nowhere near in position to defend it. So that's why that's something you don't really see, and that's why this route is so effective. Now, I still want to show you guys some more. I want to show you guys why I like this route so much in general, because in man coverage, because, people are starting to mix in man. This route really beats man coverage very well. Again, most corner routes do beat man well, don't get me wrong, but some of the deeper ones, they just don't get as open as consistently, or they just take longer to get open against man. Whereas a quick corner route, because it's breaking so fast, it's just always going to have that quick break, and you can rely upon that to get open in man coverage every single time very easily. You don't need any sort of spectacular ratings or anything like that. It's just the route that's going to win against man coverage consistently. Again, we're going to do it here. You guys can see it just gets open so fast. Like, just easy. Now, if I was to use the same deep corner route that's already on this play by default, like I said, these corner routes, don't get me wrong, yeah, they can still beat man, but as you guys can see, it's just, first of all, it's later developing, and second of all, that's a tight window. You have to realize I have, I believe, a linebacker on my tight end, not the best coverage guy, and honestly, I only had about a half, maybe a step of separation here, so you could imagine that this could potentially be in a game dropped, obviously broken up, or even if there's a better defender here, it could be basically just a broken up incomplete pass, right? So that little separation compared to what I just showed you guys with the hot routed corner is quite noticeable. See the difference? I mean, he's just we can rack that if we get a better throw and turn the field and score a touchdown maybe, because he's so wide open. So this is definitely, like I said, this is something that you want to utilize in your game. It doesn't matter playbook or formation, because again, it's just a hot route. So I know I was using gun tray, but just to give you guys a very simple, example, I could easily just go into the bunch tight end, another formation, and do the exact same hot route I just showed you guys. So I will say, you definitely do want to use this from a play with complementary routes. So like if we're hitting the corner route on the right side of the screen, we probably want on the left side of the screen, to be routes that are effective on that side, right? You just don't want to run it to where you only have the tight end corner out, and that's all you're looking for. You want to use it from, effective plays with other good route combos. So like here, this would be a very easy way to run this play. I could have the deep corner on the left with the flat and the seam streak, and then I can have the hot routed corner, and then just a little quick flat out of the backfield, or maybe a quick out of the backfield on the right. And what this is going to do is it's going to make you defend the quick out on the running back, so you have to have a quick flat. And then also, we're going to have the corner that's going to be, open downfield. So you guys see here, again, this is 30-yard zone drop. It just has no chance. Obviously, I could have thrown to the flat there. Just wasn't really looking to do so. I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Very, 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 like I said, simple thing to put in your game, but also very effective. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch y'all next time. Until then, it's Duke.